Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Stories from the 78. You're looking inside the new set of Skunk and Badger here at the Lifeline Theater. Been around since the mid-'80s, and that's where I'm going to talk to my friend Alan, who's been here since, what, 91, Alan?
Yeah, I did my first show in '91. I designed the set for Jane Eyre at that time.
And this is a new adventure for you, and probably, what, a couple in of the adaptation of children's books into plays like this, right?
Yeah, this will be my third adaptation of KidSeries. Previously, I did Sophie's Masterpiece and Bongo Larry and Two Bad Bears, but this is my current one, Skunk and Badger.
Right, and this opens up this week, which is the beginning of March 2024. This is a very unique theater in general, just because of the location, the community input, and members like you. You're primarily, you said design, lighting design, but you are also adapting stories into plays. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I do it occasionally, I would say, when my time permits, and we're looking for a project that excites me to put on stage.
And what was about this project that excited you about it? Just because we're in the middle of, you're getting the scene here up and running as far as the look of the stage here. But what got you excited about this?
The theater's had a long time relationship with Amy Timberlake that adapted the book. We did her Dirty Cowboy probably 10 years back, and then about 5 years back, we had the opportunity to adapt her highly acclaimed young adult novel, One Came Home. And so when this book came out, I grabbed it immediately because I enjoy her writing. And even though it's a kid book, it enthralled me. And so I jumped in and said, "Hey, Amy, I would love to adapt this book. Will you let me?" And she agreed.
And that's what your vision is coming to life as we're standing on the set here or the stage. Tell me, folks, about who are maybe not familiar with Skunk and Badger, like what they should look for in this play.
It's an odd couple story. We have two very different individuals involved in it. We have Badger that's been ensconced in his aunt's brownstone to do important rock work. He's a geologist,
Sure.
essentially, a rock hound, and he's lived this sort of solitary relationship within this brownstone. It's been his whole domain, his whole environment. It's been his place to work. And his Aunt Lula, I'm sorry, has decided to also allow this wonderful young fellow she meets, Skunk, to also share in her brownstone because it's a large place.
Sure, yeah,
And
it's roomy.
unfortunately, Badger had ignored all of the correspondence about this occurring. So one day, there's a knock, knock, knock on his door, and this very loud and active creature appears into his life and into the brownstone, and they have to find a way to live together. And it does not go well for the first 3 days.
Hilarity ensues, or
Yes.
yeah. And how long is the show running? So people know like exactly ish. How long they have before to come out here and take a look.
It's a 5-week run. I believe it's April 8th, if I recall correctly.
Sure.
Or 10th.
How long from the moment you read the book to deciding and getting permission to adapt the book into the stage production? How long does that take? What's that process like?
I think that I proposed it to the ensemble as something that we wanted to do in 2022, about 6 or 8 months after the book had been published. We went through, it's like a 3-month process for us to decide what we're doing, and we moved through that. And so it was what we call greenlit for this season, early January of 2023, I believe.
Wow, that's
maybe a little bit earlier than that. And then I started writing at that point in time. And so it's been a process.
Yeah, a labor of love, huh?
Yes.
And obviously, you like doing it. This isn't your first time doing it, and you do other things with the ensemble. I guess that's one of the great things about this theater company is the ensemble cast wears many hats.
Yes, almost everybody here is a writer plus another thing. We have a few that primarily, almost entirely write, but most of the people are either actors or directors that also
Carpenters.
are writing, or designers like me that are doing such.
Right, and so what are we looking at here in terms of the set piece that we're looking at?
The scenic designer for this has created a combination world for us. Most of the play takes place within the brownstone of Aunt Lula. This is the rock room here that is represented by the shelves and the table and all of that. It's the world he's created in the living room of the brownstone. And then the other area on stage left here is what's going to become the moon room. At this point in time, it's the box room. It's where Badger has just thrown all the boxes that have come to him over the days, the 1,000,001 Amazon boxes or whatever they are, because you might have a use for them. He didn't have a use for another bedroom. When Skunk enters the environment, he's intrigued by the room. He goes in there and discovers it has this wonderfully large window that is a great place to observe the moon. So he immediately dubs it the moon room.
Very fun.
And takes over the space.
Yeah. And for folks who are wanting to come take their kids, I'm guessing, obviously this is a great environment for kids to thrive, to learn about this story. If it's their first time or if their parents are reading it to them at home, the whole thing, this is all of those things here.
Yeah, it's a engaging piece. The characters are full and fun. They're realized as animals. We're not doing full body costumes or that. We're doing suggestions of their animal characters and that, although Skunk has a really impressive tail, as you would expect.
Absolutely.
And so we have lots of things for the children. It also is enjoyable for the adults. I should mention, we have Skunk and Badger, major characters. We also have chickens, which are all puppets in the show.
Fantastic. So very interactive, a lot going on, a lot of things to keep kids involved in terms of the visuals, and I'm sure just the awe and wonder of imagination taking off, right?
Absolutely.
And in a great spot here in the Lifeline, it's a nice space, where families can fit and really feel a part, almost like a character of the show itself.
Right. Our slogan for the last 10 years or so has been big stories up close, and I think that applies here too.
Absolutely. And for folks that want tickets, just go to the theater website and get tickets that way and for the run of the show.
You can actually purchase tickets on the website. There's also the theater's phone number if you want to talk to a person too.
Oh, what's the phone number?
Oh, you asked the wrong person here.
I'll be sure to post it in the link either way, so we will have it. But it's nice that there's that option for people to actually call somebody, because that is far and few between these days, right?
Certainly.
Well, Alan, congratulations on the show, the adaptation, and your work coming to life here in the theater. Well done.
Thank you. I hope everybody who comes and enjoys himself immensely.
Absolutely. Well, you heard it from Alan. Come out and see the show, tombarnishchicago@gmail.com. If you have a suggestion for a story from the 78, head over to the website, storiesfromthe78.com. I'll get that phone number on here, but be sure to come out and support theater and Alan's work here and everybody else here at the Lifeline. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.